Well, hi Aquarius. Welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It is time for your weekly reading. I've shuffled these cards very well. I'm going to shuffle them a few more times. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be in the middle of the first part of the reading. So Aquarius, what can you expect coming up in your life? There is your card right there. If this reading resonates, it's probably your reading. If it does not resonate, it probably is not your reading, and I would check moon sign because that is your private emotional side. If it resonates, wonderful. So Aquarius, the Empress surrounds your entire reading. Wow. The Empress is a beautiful person, and that is you. Comes up, you're beautiful inside. You have a lot of beautiful qualities about you, whether you're a man or a woman. They're all men or women, every card. You're loving, you're kind, considerate, thoughtful, and nurturing, and I can go on and on. So you have a lot of wonderful qualities about just being a human being. And so whoever you let get real close to you or you want to have a long-term relationship with, they must have a lot of these same qualities. So look for that, okay? Now, the Empress can be Libra or Taurus. So Libra or Taurus might be strong in your chart someplace or around this reading in somebody else's chart someplace. Up here in your highest energy is your card, Aquarius, the Star. So what's more important is the energy. You have been going through this healing to get back to who you are. You've reconnected with yourself. You've done a lot of deep and spiritual healing, looking at that. At your own reflection, come back at you, remembering the essence of who you are, what you want from life, what you don't want from life. Very deep healing. And you've done it because look who you are. This is the Empress, and it's surrounding the entire reading, male or female. You also have discovered, since you're the Empress, that you have all the tools to manifest whatever it is that you want from life. Follow your intuition. Your intuitions are running high. There's that figure 8, the infinity symbol. And this just, tells me that your intuitions are running high and that you know now, okay, that you do have all the tools to make something work. You have all the tools to manifest what it is you want from life. You have a cup for love. You have a pentacle for security and stability, a wand for fresh starts and new beginnings, and you also have a sword for truth and clarity. It's right next to the Two of Cups. This is a soulmate card. If you're not with somebody, there's somebody who's coming in or is around you that is going to be or is a very best friend, and they have a lot of love for you, and they are a soulmate. So, all this healing, I think that you've manifested this Two of Cups to come in. I have the Nine of Cups right under the Star card. Wow. This is like wishes coming to fruition. You're finally going to be able to hand out your cups of love. See, behind this figure, they're just sitting on a shelf. So the wish is to be able to hand your cups of love out and have them accepted and returned. Right next to you, your energy here. And then I have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands next to the Empress under the Two of Cups. There is some mental battles going on in your head. There's some stress. There's some anxiety and confusion. Maybe it all happened so fast. Maybe there's more to it that's making it's just kind of causing a mental anxiety here about this Two of Cups. Do they have a lot of the same qualities that you do? Do they? Maybe that's part of it. I don't know. I have the World card under the Nine of Cups. The World, you're moving into a new life cycle. And I think it's with this Two of Cups over here. And I think you manifested it through all your healing and you becoming you again. And it's like you attracted just what it is you wanted to come in. And now you're all freaked out about it. But you're moving into a new life cycle with the World card here. You have been involved in toxic energy before you went into all this deep healing and become yourself again. Bye-bye. Bye-bye to toxic energy. There could have been a third-party situation, but bye-bye. That is gone. You're going to move into a new life cycle without the devil energy. This is also the card for Capricorn, only because of the horns. So Capricorn might be strong in your chart or strong in somebody else's chart around this reading. And guess what? This toxic energy and all this being up in your head, all this anxiety and everything, I mean, this really all came from a spiritual lesson. You, everything that you went through prior to all this healing was a spiritual lesson from your guardian angels and spirit guides. They've been blowing that horn down on you, and you get it. You got it. You know, you became yourself again. You realize all the power you do have within you, that you can manifest anything that you want from life, that your love is worth handing out and worth receiving. So you learned a spiritual lesson right next to that toxic energy. And whatever that toxic energy was, if it had to come in to help teach you a spiritual lesson. Oh, spiritual lessons are so difficult to get through. But you're doing it. Absolutely doing it. Let's find out what else you need to know. Aquarius. So, up here in your highest energy line, it's gathering up the swords of truth and clarity and looking back at someone. It's like you now know the truth, you now know how to have the clarity, and you just as soon watch them walk away. But you know what? Who we're talking about here? Oh gosh. You know who we're talking about here is one of these people that you're looking back at. They were treating this relationship like a friends with benefits relationship. I think that's what happened. And the reason you're confused and up in your head is because they're coming back in. So, oh gosh, you're going to be entering a new life cycle. Let's see if it's with them or without them. They're coming back in. This is the Knight of Cups. And they're sincere coming back in. They're offering you a sincere cup of love. I don't know what happened. I do know part of it, though. Next to the Knight of Cups is Temperance. Here's your guardian angels and spirit guides again. They have been working so hard to get you balanced. This is not only a spiritual lesson for you, but it's been a spiritual lesson for them. That's certainly how it feels here. Usually it's only one of you going through the spiritual lesson. I think you both were a part of each other's lesson, with that Two of Cups being up here. And so Temperance here is trying to get you rebalanced, mixing the potion back and forth. That's their job, to get you tempered, to get the relationship tempered. So they're trying to get both feet on the ground. Pull that one foot out of the water. Out of the waters are emotions. So they need you to be grounded so that you can make the right decisions and moving forward in your life. Because they're coming back. They're coming back with that cup. But this time in a more grand manner. This time they're more sincere about it. I have the Nine of Pentacles. See, this is part of, I think, the truth that you learned. I think they wanted to just, somehow you found out they just wanted to be single. And they wanted to not be committed to anybody but themselves. Okay? They were grounded, secure, in just being them, and they just didn't want anybody hanging on, you know, and anybody attaching themselves to them. So this is why you're frustrated. This is why you're anxious and confused, because they come back in with this cup of love. You're like, well, maybe I'm changing my mind, you know. It's right next to the Knight of Wands. They ran in and out of your life. They just kind of would, when they felt like it, you know. And they'd run in and give you hope, and then they'd run out and leave you feeling bad. Because the Ten of Swords is right next to the Knight of Wands. So they would leave, you'd feel bad, but you put an end to that. I mean, you definitely have separated. This is you watching them go away. You're like, I got the truth, I know the truth, see ya. But they're coming back in. And Temperance is really, I mean, they're really helping you put an end to the pain. They need you balanced now because they're coming back in. This is like, if they haven't done it already, get balance, okay, so that you can make informed decisions for yourself here. They are sincere. I do want to point that out, okay? So whether or not they can change their ways is a different story. They can be as sincere can be, and still not be able to do it. So be grounded when you make this decision. You're good on your own too. You're very good on your own, okay? And you've healed. You have the Strength card right under the Nine of Pentacles and next to the Judgment card. So follow your intuition. You will know what to do, okay? And you will find the strength and the courage to do it, whatever it is. This is just telling you, this is the card for Leo. Leo might be strong in your chart or strong in somebody else's chart around this reading. But there's going to be a lot of communication now. They're going to come in. I'm going to say, oh, I decided I want to, give this another try. Would you like to give this another try? And you're going to have a lot of back and forth conversation, texts, emails, or maybe video chat through the airwaves, but back and forth. And it is going to include like how they ran in and out of your life. There's a lot to talk about here. And you are on guard. You're on guard through the conversations. You're on guard because you become healed and you've gotten all back to being yourself again. You know you can manifest what it is you want in your life, and then they come back in. I don't know if you really expected that, and but they do. And I need one more card to clarify this. The Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands. So you already have the Ten of Swords. Now you have the Ten of Wands. Is that this relationship became a burden, a heavy burden, and that's why when you found out the truth of what was really going on, when you actually saw the truth and you needed to separate yourself from them. So that was dropping the wands. That's why you had to separate yourself, because it was just too heavy of a burden to have this friends with benefits relationship, which is how they treated it. And so, wow, they're coming back and they want to try again. I don't see the outcome though. All I see right now is there's going to be a lot of talking going on. And you're going to be seeking the truth about their offer and coming back in. You're going to be in self-protectant mode. Oh, but you know what? You are entering a new life cycle. And you might be entering it with them because it's right next to the devil energy, which is the toxic energy, which they carry with them. I think you are going to try again with them. And all I can do at this point, until later on, maybe it'll come out, is find out if they can hold true to what they promise that they can do and want to do. They're sincere. They want to. And I just hope that they do. It is a spiritual lesson, and if it's been learned by both of you, you have learned a spiritual lesson. They might have too. They really might have. So this is your reading. Aquarius, thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot.